So I've been given a grid with a shape labelled A on it. It looks like a trapezium to me. And it's asking me to enlarge shape A by a scale factor of -2, centre 0, 0. So in enlargements, remember the first step, we need to find our centre of enlargement. So it looks to me that it's there. So that's my centre of enlargement. Then what I need to do is I need to draw some construction lines. So I need to draw some construction lines. And my construction lines should go from my centre through each vertex. So if I actually just carry them on a little bit further, okay, so that's my first one. My second one then is from my centre through that vertex, and then my third one, and actually that's quite nice because it covers 2 points in one construction line, so that's handy. And my third one then will take me from there through that vertex, from my centre through that vertex. Okay, good. Then look at the enlargement. So the enlargement is a scale factor of -2. So if it's negative, it means it's going in the opposite direction. So remember what enlargement's basically doing. It's looking at the distance from the centre to each vertex. Okay, it's looking at that distance there effectively along those construction lines. And then all you have to do is just multiply that distance by whatever the scale factor is. So in this case, the scale factor is -2. So if it's negative, it just means it's in the opposite direction. And how many times in the opposite direction? It's 2 times in the opposite direction. So that distance there is currently 3 across and 1 up, but I'm going to have to go in the opposite direction. So actually I'm going to have to extend my construction lines. So if I extend my construction line like that and then just look at each vertex. So I'm going from 0 to the sort of centre enlargement to that vertex there. I'm going 3 across and 1 up. So you're happy I'm just going to continue along this construction line, kind of 2 of those, right? So 2 diagonals. So that's 1. Okay, that'll be an enlargement of -1. Then I'm going to have to go another one of those distances. Okay, so that's where that's where that vertex will end up. Okay, so I keep doing the same. So I move to this vertex now. Okay, at the moment this is 1 across and 2 up. So I'm kind of have to, if I enlarge it by -2, I'm going to have to make that distance twice as big in the other direction. So I'm going to go, that's 1. You happy? And then that's the 2. So that's my new vertex. That point becomes there. Okay, then likewise, I'm going to look at this point here now. Okay, well, this point is nice and easy. It's just 1 diagonal square. So if I enlarge it by a scale factor of -2, it means I'm going to go 2 diagonal squares in the other direction. Okay, then finally, I'm going to look at this this vertex up here. Well, this is currently 2 diagonal squares away from the centre. So therefore, when I enlarge it, it's going to go 4 diagonal squares away from that centre. And then I just simply join all of those up. And again, you will do this with a ruler in exam, but obviously it's more difficult for me to do it on here. And then I can just remove all the construction lines and just verify that we get something that we expect. So that looks pretty good to me. And it says to label that new shape B. Okay. Now, if you look at part B, it says describe fully the single transformation. So just one transformation, reflect, rotate, enlarge, or translate, that will map shape B onto shape A. So be careful, it's not shape A onto shape B. That's what we've just done. We want to now do shape B, so this shape here, and turn it into this shape here. Well, are you happy? It's just doing the same thing that we've just done, just in the other direction. So if we've enlarged it by a scale, if we've enlarged shape A, so this shape into shape B, so shape A onto shape B, by enlarging it by a scale factor of -2, are you happy that we're going to have to do an enlargement scale factor? I can just abbreviate it as SF, that's fine. Enlargement scale factor, well, if it's -2 to turn A into B, then if we go back the other way, then we're going to have to multiply by -1/2, aren't we? Because we're making it -2 times bigger to go from A to B. So to go from B to A, we're going to have to multiply by -1/2, okay? So -0.5, okay? Don't forget the centre. It's still going to be the centre is the same. So centre 0, 0. Okay, cool.